Guys, and welcome back to another video, and of course a match preview ahead of the Manchester United versus Chelsea game in the FA Cup semi-final at Wembley. And it's safe to say games do not come much bigger than this, and I'm not ashamed to say that this week, ahead of this fixture, I am very nervous. Since the return of football after coronavirus, Manchester United have been one of the most talked about teams. Their resurgence in the second half of the season has seen them propel themselves into Champions League range. You know, they are now fighting for Champions League football, and before lockdown this didn't seem like a realistic possibility. So credit to Ollie and his Manchester United players. They're full of confidence at the moment, dispatching of teams with relative ease, apart from Southampton, dispatching of teams with relevant ease, and they've been scoring a lot of goals in the process. They're playing some really stylish stuff. Chelsea haven't been too bad. Obviously we had the 3-0 demolition handed to us by Sheffield United, and we also lost at London Stadium against London rivals West Ham, which was not ideal. But other than that, we have got some wins. But the things that make me nervous are the manner of the victories. When you compare Chelsea's wins against Aston Villa, we edged them out 2-1. Norwich, most recently, narrow 1-0 win. The Crystal Palace game almost gave me a heart attack, winning 3-2 and holding on. Kurt Zouma with a last-ditch tackle in that one. Whereas Manchester United, when they're winning games, they're winning 3-0. They're scoring goals galore. I think they were the first team to win 4 league games by 3+ goals, I believe, which is an insane statistic, really. And this fixture is full of interesting statistics. Firstly, this will be Manchester United's 30th, yes, 30th FA Cup semi-final. No club side has played in more. This will be the 9th time that Chelsea and Manchester United have met at Wembley Stadium, making it the most played fixture at that venue. That is mental. Both sides winning 4 times each. Manchester United have won 7 of their last 8 meetings at Wembley Stadium when it's been used as a neutral venue. That is very strong, that record. Very strong. They've also beaten Chelsea 3 times already this season, obviously twice in the league and once in the Carabao Cup. However, there are some stats that Chelsea have in their favour as well. Manchester United won 7 of the last 8 meetings at Wembley. They did last lose to Chelsea in the FA Cup final, so arguably when it mattered most. This will be the 4th season in a row that these two clubs meet each other in the FA Cup. Chelsea with the upper hand, winning 2 of the last 3 meetings. Manchester United looking to equal the score this weekend. And also Chelsea have won 4 of their last 5 meetings against Manchester United in this very competition. So stats all over this fixture. Very difficult if you were to look at it, the history. So much history in the FA Cup. Very difficult to look at that and pick a winner. So let's throw it back to the opening day of the season. Manchester United beating Chelsea 4-0 at Old Trafford, and I feared the worst. I thought we were going to be on for an absolutely atrocious season. A lot of young players, transfer ban. Frank Lampard, relatively inexperienced manager but loves the club. I thought we were going to be mid-table. I thought we were heading for like an 8th place finish out of all competitions at the earliest possible opportunity. If you'd have presented this to me back in August, I would have taken it. No questions asked. FA Cup semi-final, still in the Champions League for a matter of days, and in an FA Cup semi-final as well. No question, happy regardless of what happens. Am I confident? No. That wasn't even a full-strength Manchester United team. They've improved since then. So have we, but I actually think Manchester United have improved more than we have, despite beating us 4-0. Sounds like a weird thing to say, but they've now got Pogba, bang in form. Bruno Fernandes is in. He's a real talisman for Man United. Greenwood has come through. He's come on leaps and bounds since then. It's frightening to me as a Chelsea fan. Frightening. We're still capable. And on our day, I've always said Chelsea are a great cup team, and if they put in the performance over a one-off game, which this of course is, just a one-off game, all league form goes out the window, anything can happen, and we are capable of progressing to another FA Cup final, which would be a dream this season for Super Frankie to lead us there. We will of course be without N'Golo Kante, who is out, and Billy Gilmour also is out following surgery. So injury worries, yes, Kante is a big blow. Billy Gilmour, would he have started anyway? I don't know. Is this the time to rotate the side, as we've seen historically in this competition? I don't think so. We're right down at the nitty-gritty business end of the season. Both sides have also got other things to think about, both in the race for the top 4 alongside Leicester City. So this game could come down to who's putting all their eggs in this basket. Who is more desperate for silverware? Who is more desperate for a top 4 place? I think both teams, if you ask them, whether they'll take a win on Sunday or a top 4 place and a guaranteed spot in the Champions League next season, I think both of them would go for that, and so would all the fans, I believe. There are people out there that just want silverware. They don't look at who's playing in what competition, they just want trophies. It's the name of the game, and that's understandable. But who is going to blink first? Who is going to take their eye off the ball? Who is going to put out a slightly rotated or weaker side? Who knows? My prediction for the Chelsea lineup is as follows. I'm going with Kepa in goal. I'm going to go with Reece James at right back and Azpi at left back. It's not my favourite combination. Any other game, I'm picking Alonso. However, if you start Alonso in this game, you've got the pace of Greenwood, Rashford and Martial. Whoever's up against Alonso is going to have the day of their life. They're going to have the dream day. They will skin him time after time and rinse him for pace. Pace is also the reason I'm going with Rudiger and Zuma as my centre-back pairing. Both quick, both athletic. I think they can do the best job against these fast United strikers. Like I said, N'Golo Kante is out, so Kovacic leaves me little choice to go in that defensive midfield role. Jorginho didn't have the best game when he started there last time out. Come on against Palace. He's not really a DM, he's more of a deep lying playmaker, but I didn't like the look of him. He's slow. They've got Pogba in there. They've got Fernandes in there. Is Jorginho going to be up to the speed of this game? I don't think so. I think the tempo would be a bit much for a man that's not in top match physical condition because he hasn't played that much. I think therefore Kovacic gets that deep lying role. Mason Mount starts. I don't think Frank would leave him out of a game of this magnitude. That we rely on him too much. They work well together. They've got that tactical understanding. He knows exactly what he's going to get from Mason, and that is 110% effort. Alongside them, Ross Barkley. I can't see any reason for Barkley to be left out. He's been the other in-form midfielder, if you like, since football has returned. I think Ross has done a brilliant job of kind of forcing his way into the Chelsea side. He's also got a goal in him, so if you think you've got Kovacic laying deep, who's going to score the goals other than the front three? You're relying on somebody like Ross, who is technically a goal-scoring midfielder. Doesn't score enough, in my opinion. Has a lot of long shots from distance that come very close, but if he added more goals to his game, Ross would be on fire. And for me, the front three picks itself. Pulisic on the left, Willian on the right, and Olivier Giroud. Please, Frank, to start up top. I always say that because whenever I look at the lineup, it's the one name I just expect to be missing, and that makes me sad. Olivier Giroud is an absolute beast. Scored the winner against Norwich to continue his rich run of goal-scoring form. He tends to score on the big stage when it matters. In the last FA Cup final, I remember him scoring a really good individual goal against Southampton a few years back now. Ollie, please get the nod. Please, Frank. I don't think I would forgive Lampard if, and I'm speaking brutally honest from my personal opinion, if we were to go, right, we're resting players in this FA Cup game. I'm going to put a squad out that I think is going to get us to the final, but it's not our strongest 11 because I want to concentrate on the top four. Imagine doing that and coming fifth. I would be so angry. So angry. About risk taking, it's going to be a collective gamble. Is Ollie going to do the same? Is he going to rest some of his star performers in the hope that in the run-in for top four, they get favourable results? They of course have to play Leicester on the final day. That could be huge. Huge. But for me, it's about putting your best 11 out week in, week out, if they're fit, if they're available. Obviously Kante's not playing, but the rest of them, you've just got to pick the 11. If you get into a winning position, then you can start to rotate the side. Then we might bring Jorginho on, give players a rest, bring Callum Hudson-Odoi into the game when it's fresh, when the players are tired, and his pace will be electric. Is he going to impact the game from the start? For me, no. I'd love nothing more than him to start and me have to eat some humble pie. But put your best 11 out there, Frank, please. So in terms of match prediction, in terms of the result itself, I actually think this one's going to be a very tight affair. I think there'll be goals, but I do think it'll be one of them games where both teams are afraid to make a mistake or no one wants to really put their foot on the gas first to expose themselves. I can see it going to penalties. I think it could go all the way. It's got all the makings of a classic cup tie this, and it's going to be about one, who wants it more, and two, who's more composed. Who's got the most experience and who can keep their head under pressure. Wouldn't surprise me if it was something like a 2-2 draw and then penalties and then it's a lottery really, isn't it? But let me know your thoughts on the game. Let me know your opinion. What do you think the score's going to be? How would you approach the game? What would you do? Would you put your best 11 out or would you save it and take that fourth, try your best to take that fourth spot in the Premier League? Do let me know down in the comments below. Thanks again for 500 subs. I know I keep banging on about it, but honestly it means so much. Thanks for everyone that's watched this video and tuned in. Hope you've enjoyed it. Good luck, Chelsea. May the best team win.